Out here with Rome Elite Sports. This is our 2014 edition of the Georgia High School Football Playoff. This journey started way back in June, July with conditioning, with 7-on-7 football, and out of 412 teams, we have now narrowed it down here with the state playoffs and with my co-host, Ricky Langston. We got our college football analyst stepping in this week. He's going to be doing some high school football, but this is the official high school football playoff selection show. Still some games to be determined, but we will get in there. Before we get into the high school playoff bracket, what are you, Rick, here in the area in high school football?
Well, for the greater Rome area, it was kind of a down year for football. Coosa Model, Darlington, I mean, they're always in the run, the thick of things, but as far as your Sonora Blues, your Gordon Central, it was just kind of down year altogether in the greater Rome area. But I look for Coosa to make some noise in this playoff.
And out of the 18 teams in the area, Calhoun stayed number one the entire year. Calhoun finished 10-0. Darlington 2, Adairsville 3, Carterville 4, Model 5 in the top 5. Coosa at 6, Sonoraville 7, 2-8. Those 8 teams are already in state playoffs in their respective classes. Now, coming in at 9, 10, and 11 in our ranking, Cedartown, Rockmart, and Pepper. We're going to get into that in a minute about Cedartown, Rockmart, and Pepper. They are all 3-7 combined. They're 9-21. Now we get into teams that didn't make the playoffs out of our area. Cass had a pretty good year. Cass finished 6-4, but unfortunately did not make the playoffs this year. Unity Christian, they finished 6-3, but because they had some illegal players, which was homeschool players, they couldn't go to the playoffs in the GICAA. Trine is a team that is on the bubble as we talking about getting in the playoffs. As you know, Class A, they do power rankings. So Trine lost last Friday, may hurt them from getting in the state playoffs coming up.
What's Trine's record?
Trine, I think they're 5-5. So Trine may be on the bubble, and their bubble may be burst, because they may not get into the Class A playoffs. Gordon Central finally got a win after 17 consecutive losses. I actually did that game.
You know you lost a bet.
About what?
I told you that Gordon Central was the same size Gordon Central from the year before, and they would only win 1 game this year. You said they would win 2.
I don't remember that bet. I got narcolepsy and I got asthma.
Our college analyst Lavelle, he got it on.
But he gonna remember everything with me anyway. He gonna remember stuff back from '91. You got our Murchie. They finished 1-9. Woodland didn't win a game. They maybe have some vacancies out at Woodland for the head coach position. But one of the teams that didn't make the playoffs that I said would, and I definitely lost this bet, I know for sure. Rome High finished 3-6. They beat North Springs this past Friday, 48-7. Talk about the disappointing year with Rome High this year.
Well, I really expect the big things out of Rome this year. You know, with Josh Perkins coming back. He didn't start last year, but he played a bulk of the minutes. When he was a starter, you had Jai Creamer. I think the problem with Rome, they never found a consistent running game. They never found a running back that could hit the hole and press the seam. And at times, the defense, like, they just gave out of gas. You know, I think the Rome have better athletes than what they showed on the field. And I think that Coach Perkins has to get it together this summer.
They got to get those guys. He's got a lot of players returning. So it was a youth movement at Rome. Now, we're about to start getting into the playoff rankings. Well, a couple of tidbits here about state playoffs. In Class A, they start their playoffs a week after the other classification in Georgia. So with that said, Rick is going to give you, and they take the top 16 teams in Class A. They take top 16 private school teams, top 16 public school teams. So if the playoffs will start today, Rick is going to tell you who will be the 16 team schools in Class A public and Class A private.
Okay, as Mike said, Class A will sit out this Friday because they only have 16 games in the private, 16 public, whereas every other division has 32 games. But in Class A, they do something a little different. They do it by a power ranking, which is points scored against, like opponents, for
playing teams with high
classification, and your overall winning record. So as of November the 6th, this is the classification for the private 1 through 16 if playoffs started for them You got Aquinas, Calvary Day, Mount Perrin, Tatnall, Savannah Christian, Pinecrest, Landmark, Prince Avenue Christian, Mount Pisgah, St. Anne, Stratford, Eagles Landing, First Presbyterian, Athens Christian, and Our Lady of Mercy. And to round out at the 16th is Brookstone. So if the playoffs started today, the scenario likely would be number 1 Aquinas against number 16 Brookstone, and it will go as follows. Then they do the same in this public, because they split it. They were saying that a lot of the public schools that were 1A had better athletes, and the private section wasn't given a chance to compete in the state championship. So they broke it in half so that you have a public state champion and you have a private state champion. So on this public side, from 1 to 16, you have Marion County, Charlton, Hawkinsville, Irwin, Commerce, Emmanuel County Institute, Claxton, Mount Zion, Dooley County, Lincoln County, Calhoun County, Greenville, Clinch County, Telfair, Jenkins County, and Atkinson County. So if the playoffs started for them today, your number 1 seed will be Marion County versus number 16 Atkinson County. And that's your roundup for your 1A public and private sector.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go to a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get into the Class AA playoff selections. Now it's time to get into the Class AA football brackets here on the Rome Elite High School football playoff show. We start on the top half of the bracket. The number 3 seed from Region 6, Wesleyan, will take on the number 2 seed, Hurd County. They will be traveling to Franklin, Georgia. Hurd County is the number 2 team from Region 5. Monticello is the number 4 seed from Region 4. They will travel to Screven County to take on the Region 3 champs. Bacon County, the number 3 seed in Region 2, will take on the number 2 seed from Region 1, Brooks County. They are a dark horse. Y'all pay attention to Brooks County. And rounding out the top half of the bracket, Washington Wilkes, the number 4 seed from Region 8, will take on the number 1 seed from Region 7, the Darlington Tigers. The Bremen Blue Devils come in as the number 3 seed in Region 5. They will take on the Lovett Lions, the number 2 seed from Region 6. The Dublin Fighting Irish are the number 4 seed from Region 3. They will travel to Montezuma, Georgia to take on the Macon County Bulldogs, the number 1 seed and champion from Region 4. Thomasville, the number 3 seed from Region 1, will take on the number 2 seed from Region 2, Benedictine. And Chattooga, the number 4 seed from Region 7, will take on Region 8 champ, Raven County. Now we go to the other side of the bracket. Fitzgerald, the number 1 seed from Region 1, will take on the number 4 seed from Region 2. Union County, the number 2 seed from Region 8, will take on the number 3 seed from Region 7, Model. The Region 5 champ, Bowden, will take on Region 6, number 4 seed, Pace Academy. And the number 2 seed from Region 3, Jefferson County, will take on the number 3 seed from Region 4, Blakely County. Vidalia is the number 1 seed and region champ from Region 2. They will take on 4th seed from Region 1, Berrien. The Coosa Eagles, the number 2 seed from Region 7, will take on Greene County, the number 3 seed from Region 8. GAC and everybody's potential state favorite as the number 1 seed and region champ from Region 6. They will take on Chattahoochee County, the number 4 seed from Region 5. And to round out the bracket, Lamar County, the number 2 seed from Region 4, will take on the number 3 seed from Region 3, Swainsboro. Lavelle, give us a rundown of what we can look forward to in AA football. We're moving on up in the rankings. Now we move to AAA, the AAA state football brackets here for the high school football playoffs. The number 2 seed from Region 5, Callaway Cavaliers, lost a heartbreaker this past Saturday to Central Carrollton for the region title. They will be taking on Ringgold, the number 3 seed from Region 6. Washington County, the number 1 seed from Region 3, will take on Jackson High, Atlanta, the number 4 seed from Region 4. The number 2 seed from Region 1, Pierce County, will take on the number 3 seed from Region 2, Jackson. And West Hall, the Region 7 champ, will take on Region 8, number 4 seed, Oconee County. We will talk to you all about the play-in situation. Rick will give you a brief introduction about the mini playoffs. but Adairsville is waiting on either Cedartown, Rockmart, or Pepperell. Blessed Trinity finished the regular season undefeated. They're the Region 4 champ. They will take on Hepzibah, the number 4 seed from Region 3. Westside Macon is the number 2 seed from Region 2. They will take on Dodge County, number 3 seed from Region 1. And Jefferson, defending AA state champ, they moved up to AAA. They're the number 1 seed in Region 8, and they will take on the number 4 seed in Region 7, Franklin County. As we start on the bottom half of the bracket, Cook County, the Region 1 champ, they will take on Region 2, number 4, Central Macon. The number 2 seed in Region 8, Hart County, will take on the number 3 seed in Region 7, East Hall. Central Carrollton, one of the top defenses in all the state of Georgia. They're the Region 5 champ. They will take on the number 4 seed from Region 6, Sonoraville. The number 2 seed in Region 3, Laney, will take on the number 3 seed in Region 4, Westminster. Down there in Fort Valley, Georgia, the number 1 seed from Region 2 finished another unblemished regular season. Peach County will take on Appling County. Appling County is the number 4 seed from Region 1. Lumpkin County, the number 2 seed from Region 7, will take on the number 3 seed from Region 8, Elbert County. Calhoun, the Region 6 champ, hadn't lost a game in a regular season in almost 10 years. They are also waiting the winner between Cedartown, Rockmart, and Pepperell in that mini playoff. And Cedar Grove, the number 2 seed in Region 4, will take on the number 3 seed, Westside Augusta, the number 3 seed from Region 3. Lavelle, give us the rundown in 3 AAA football. We're into the AAA state football playoff brackets. The number 3 seed from Region 6, Ringo, will be going to LaGrange to take on the number 2 seed from Region 5, the Callaway Cavaliers. The number 4 seed from Region 4, Jackson High out of Atlanta, will be traveling to take on Washington County. That's a long road to lose going to Sandersville that Friday night. Jackson in Jackson, Georgia, the number 3 seed from Region 2. They will be going to Pierce County, which is the number 2 team from Region 1. And Oconee County, the number 4 seed in Region 8, will be traveling to take on West Hall, the number 1 seed in Region 7. Now, Adairsville is the number 2 seed in Region 6, but the number 3 and number 4 spots in Region 5 have yet to be determined, which Rick is going to break that down when we finish this bracket. But Adairsville will be waiting on the winner of Cedartown, Pepperell, Rockmart, which we will discuss in depth in a little bit. Hepzibah, over near Augusta, they're the number 4 seed in Region 3. They will be taking on 10-0 Blessed Trinity out of Atlanta. They're the Region 4 champion. Region 1, number 3 team, Dodge County, will be going to Macon to take on Westside Macon. They finished with a 9-1 record. They're the number 2 seed from Region 2. Franklin County with a 4-6 record, like Cedartown, Rockmart, and Pepperell can talk. They're going to take on the number 1 seed, Jefferson, from Region 8. Jefferson actually was a state champion last year in AA. On the bottom half of the bracket, west side of Augusta, 4, 5, and 1 will be going to Atlanta to take on Cedar Grove. Calhoun, which hadn't lost a region game, 15 years?
I think it was 12 years.
They're 10-0. They will be also waiting on that mini playoff between Pepperell, Rockmart, and Cedartown. Elbert County, 7-3, will be traveling to take on 5-5 Lumpkin County. And Appling County at 7-3 will take on the Region 2 number 1 team, Peach County. On the bottom half of the bottom side of the bracket, Westminster at 9-1. They're representing Region 4, will be traveling to Augusta to take on Laney. Sonoraville, that's Rick team. Rick been hollering Rise of the Phoenix all year. They gonna rise up and lose up on Friday.
Coach Kramer.
And they going to Central Carrollton. Central Carrollton is the Region 5 champion. East Hall, number 3 seed from Region 7, will be traveling to Hartwell, Georgia to take on Hart County. Hart County finished 9-1 out of Region 8. And Central Macon, the number 4 team in Region 2, will be taking on the number 1 seed from Region 1, Cook County. Now, we're having some technical difficulties with our interactive brackets, so we will put the brackets up on the air so you can see the brackets as we go. Lavelle, tell us a little bit about AAA. What's going on in AAA?
AAA in the top 10, we got Washington County at number 1. Calhoun at number 2. We have Blessed Trinity at number 3, Peach County at number 4. Now, Jefferson County, number 5, Westminster, number 6, Central Carrollton, number 7. And we have Hart County, Adairsville, and Westside Macon rounding out the top 10. Now you got 6 teams in this region right here that's undefeated. So that's rounding out the AAA top 10.
Now, as we mentioned earlier about our AAA brackets, we got a unique situation in Region 5 AAA, which Rick is going to break down what's going on in AAA.
Well, each state has a way of deciding which teams get, when they're tied, to get the playoff spot. The state of Georgia chose what's called a mini playoff. What a mini playoff consists of is 2 5-minute quarters with a 5-minute intermission. And it's always more than 2 teams involved. It's 3, sometimes 4 teams. So in this case, in 5-3A, it's Cedartown, Rockmart, and Pepperell. So they should have a coin toss. Maybe they had it today, or they'll have it early in the morning, and it'll decide who's A, who's B, and who's C. A will play B, and the winner of A and B will have 10 to 15 minutes intermission, and they'll turn around and play C. And all this is going to take place in Paulding County High School at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So, for instance, if Rockmart and Cedartown are A and B, and Rockmart beats Cedartown, they'll go on to play Pepperell. Okay? The winner of the Pepperell and Rockmart would be the 3 seed, and they would face the Adairsville Tigers. The loser would be the 4 seed and face the Calhoun Yellow Jackets.
And then get ready to pull out the basketballs.
That's the scenario in 5-3A. Like I say, each state has their own way of resolving, but it is what it is, man. They're 2 and 3. They're 3 and 7, all 3 teams. Like you said, they're 9 and 21 altogether.
They're 9 and 21 combined, but 2 teams will have to make the playoffs. Now, we're going to go right in to 4A, and out of the classifications in the state of Georgia, 4A is perhaps the best class. I'm just going to go right on to the brackets for you.
You say that because of Buford?
And Griffin, and Cartersville, and Sandy Creek. Yeah, you about to get into it with 4A football. As we start, Columbia traditionally is a high school basketball powerhouse. They've turned some things around. They got a 7-3 record. I guess they can go ahead and get ready for basketball because they're going to play Sandy Creek, which is the number 2 team from Region 5. Eagles Landing, coming in 82. They're the number 4 seed from Region 4. Will be traveling to Wayne County. That's a school near Savannah. They are 5-5. Baldwin, that's Milledgeville, Georgia, 6-4. The number 3 seed from Region 2 will be traveling deep down south to take on Worth County. Worth County is the number 2 seed from Region 1. White County, the number 4 seed from Region 8, will be traveling to play Cartersville. Cartersville is the number 1 seed from Region 7. Whitewater, and I ain't talking about the amusement park. They're 7-3. They're the 3rd seed from Region 5. They will be traveling to Atlanta to take on Marist, a powerhouse, 9-1, number 2 team from Region 6. Liberty County, coming in at 4-6 from Region 3, will be taking on the Griffin Bears, the defending Class 4A state champion. Westover at 6-4. They have the number 1 prospect in the state of Georgia, Trenton Thompson. He will be headed to the University of Georgia. They will be traveling to Forsyth to take on Mary Person. Mary Person is 8-2, a number 2 seed from Region 2. Here's another play-in game that just so happens to be in our area. The number 4 seed in Region 7 will yet be determined. Once again, Rick will discuss that and talk about the 4 seeds and how it will be broken down in the mini playoff. They will be traveling to play Buford. Buford is 10-0, the number 1 seed in Region 8, defending AAA champ, trying to make it as defending 4A champ. The bottom half of the bracket, Thompson. Thompson is the 3rd seed from Region 3. They will be traveling to play Eastside, the number 2 seed from Region 4. Fayette County, the number 4 seed. Carrollton didn't make the playoffs.
Carrollton had it down, yeah. I expected a little bit more out of Carrollton the way that they played Griffin, but I think Carrollton is young. They must have a lot of seniors or something.
Fayette County is the number 4 seed from Region 5. They will be traveling to take on St. Pius, the Region 6 champ. Stevens County is the number 3 seed from Region 8. They will be traveling to take on Shannon Brooks, and Pickens County, the number 2 seed from Region 7. Bainbridge, the number 4 seed from Region 1, will be traveling to take on West Lawrence, the number 1 seed from Region 2. The bottom part of the bracket, Locust Grove, the number 3 seed from Region 4, will be traveling to Burke County, the number 2 seed from Region 3. Lithonia, they're the 4th seed out of Region 6, We traveling to play Woodward Academy. They are the Region 5 4A champion. Gilman County, the number 3 seed from Region 7, will be traveling to play North Oconee, Region 8, number 2 team. And the final 2 teams in the bracket, Veterans, the number 4 seed from Region 2, will be traveling to take on the Syrup Makers. The Region 1 champion Cairo Syrup Makers in Quad A, LaVille. Give us some buzz, man, in 4A.
Well, I tell you, in 4A, I mean, you have to pay attention. Because like Mike said, it's a powerhouse. But starting at the number 10, you got Pickens. You got Cairo. You got Woodward at number 7. You got Mary Person, St. Pius, Sandy Creek. Now, from Sandy Creek all the way up to Buford, you got Marist, you got Cartersville, Griffin, and Buford. But see, the top 5 teams right here are all on the same side.
Woo!
So you're gonna have complete chaos in this bracket right here.
Now,
So in other words, whoever wins state championship is gonna have to play 2 state championship games.
3, maybe 3.
Wow.
Oh, teams on this side, man. That's
I mean,
loaded.
it's loaded, man.
That's a loaded side, man.
Sandy Creek, Griffin,
That is unbelievable,
Cartersville,
man.
Buford. I mean,
That
how
is.
could they put the top 4 all on the same side of the bracket?
Marist and Griffin could be a good second round matchup. Sandy Creek and Cartersville. Then Buford could meet Sandy Creek.
So on the bottom half of the bracket, who you think will come out of the bottom half? Does Pickens have a chance?
We're gonna let our Final Four,
Okay.
our state championship out. So what we're gonna do here? Well, whoa.
I gotta
Lavelle, excuse me. Rick has to tell about the Region 7 playing game.
You know, as I explained before, we have what's called the mini playoffs. Well, in 7-4A, we have the same scenario. We have Northwest Whitfield, Heritage of Catoosa, which is in Ringo, and we have Southeast Whitfield, who all sit at 3 and 4. Okay, at 7:30 tomorrow night at Coahulla Creek High School in Dalton, Georgia. They've already had the coin toss, and what I was going to explain earlier, the winner of the coin toss receives a bye. So A plays B, C receives what would be a first round bye. So all C has to do is win 1 game and they're in. So in this scenario, Northwest will play Heritage. The winner of that game will go on to play Southeast, and then the winner of that game will go face Buford. So that's how the scenario breaks down in 7-4A.
Now that was our Class 4A. We're about to get into 5A in a second, but before we do, Rome Elite will be giving out High School Football Player of the Year. We've been following these guys all year, and we have narrowed our pickings down to 5 players. Jai Creamer, Trey Edge, Justin Ware, Nikhil Watkins, and Devin Collins. So we're going to go to commercial break, but during this commercial break, check out some footage on Nikhil Watkins and Justin Ware, and we'll be back with 5A and 6A here on our high school football playoff show. Let's get into the 4A state football playoff brackets. 4A is perhaps the toughest division in all of Georgia with the state playoffs, especially one side, as we unveil these brackets. Columbia, they're a traditional basketball powerhouse. They're the number 3 seed from Region 6. They will be taking on Sandy Creek, the number 2 seed from Region 5. Wayne County, the Region 3 champion, will be taking on Eagles Landing, the number 4 seed from Region 4. Worth County, the number 2 seed from Region 1, will take on number 3 seed from Region 2, Bowen. And Region 1, number 7 seed and champion Cartersville will be taking on Region 8, number 4 seed White County. Cartersville defeated Pickens County for the region championship 27-2 on last Friday night. Marist, the number 2 seed from Region 6, will take on number 3 seed from Region 5, Whitewater. And I ain't talking about the amusement part, I'm talking about Whitewater High School. Griffin, defending Quad A champs, the number 1 seed from Region 4, the champion, will take on the number 4 seed from Region 3, Liberty County. Westover, led by perhaps the top player in the state of Georgia, Trenton Thompson. Westover will be traveling to Forsyth to take on Mary Person. And Buford will be taking on the number 4 seed in Region 7, which Rick has explained the play-in situation, and he will explain it for Quad A high school football. On the bottom half of the bracket, Cairo, the number 1 seed in Region 1, will take on the number 4 seed from Region 2, Veterans. North Oconee, the number 2 seed from Region 8, will take on number 3 seed from Region 7, Gilman County. Woodward Academy, the Region 5 champ, will take on number 4 seed from Region 6, Lithonia. And Burke County, number 2 seed from Region 3, will take on the number 3 seed from Region 4, Locust Grove. West Lauren, the number 1 seed in Region 2, will take on Bainbridge, the number 4 seed in Region 1. Pickens County, led by the top running back in the state of Georgia, University of Minnesota commitment Shannon Brooks, they will take on number 3 seed from Region 8, Stevens County. St. Pius, Region 7 champ, will take on Fayette County, the number 4 seed from Region 5. And Eastside, the number 2 seed from Region 4, will take on Thompson in Region 3. Like I mentioned before, there are definitely some powerhouses on this side of the bracket. Sandy Creek is a state powerhouse. Cartersville is a powerhouse. Marist, Griffin, and of course Beaufort. Lavelle, please give us the lowdown in Quad A football. Let's take a look at the 5A state championship brackets as we get moving on up in higher classification. South Paulding, the number 2 seed from Region 5, they will take on Mays, the number 3 seed from Region 6. Ware County, the number 1 seed from Region 3, will take on Stars Mill, the number 4 seed. Carver Columbus, the number 2 seed from Region 1, will take on Jones County, number 3 seed from Region 2. And Kell, the number 1 seed from Region 7, will take on Wyandotte Barrow. As we move to the bottom half of the top part of the bracket, Stevenson, Lofty Creekside for the Region 6 championship. They're the number 2 seed from Region 6. They will take on Alexander, the number 3 seed from Region 5. Stockbridge, the number 1 seed from Region 4, will take on Brunswick, the number 4 seed from Region 3. There go them Grangers. The number 3 seed from Region 1 will be traveling to Houston County, Houston County, however you want to say it. The number 2 seed from Region 2. They lost a heartbreaker to a crosstown, cross-county rival, Northside Warner Robins 34-33. Lanier, one of only a few undefeateds in 5A, they're the number 1 seed in Region 8. They will take on the number 4 seed Sequoia out of Region 7. As we go to the bottom half of the bracket, Harris County, number 1 seed from Region 1, will take on Warner Robins, the number 4 seed in Region 2. Gainesville, the number 2 seed in Region 8, will take on Creekview out of Cherokee County, the number 3 seed from Region 7. Alatoona, this could be their year, the Region 5 champ, will take on Carver Atlanta from Region 6. Coffee, the number 2 seed from Region 3, will take on the number 3 seed from Region 4, Monday's Mill. Northside Warner Robins, the Region 2 champ, will take on the number 4 seed from Region 1, Northside Columbus. Dalton, the number 2 seed from Region 7, will take on number 3 seed from Region 8, Salem. Creekside, coming back to defend their state championship. They're the number 1 seed from Region 6. They will take on New Manchester, the number 4 seed from Region 5. And Drew, the number 2 seed from Region 4, will take on number 3 seed from Region 3, Glenn Academy. Before Lavelle talks to us about 5A, let's look at some of our Rome Elite High School Football Player of the Year candidates. Jai Creamer, Trey Edge, Nikhil Watkins, you have Justin Ware, and you have Devin Collins. Here's some footage on those guys. When we come back, Lavelle will break down 5A, and we will get into our final bracket, 6A, here in the state of Georgia. Let's take a look at the 5A state championship brackets as we get moving on up in higher classification. South Paulding, the number 2 seed from Region 5. They will take on Mays, the number 3 seed from Region 6. Ware County, the number 1 seed from Region 3, will take on Stars Mill, the number 4 seed. Carver Columbus, the number 2 seed from Region 1, will take on Jones County, number 3 seed from Region 2. And Kell, the number 1 seed from Region 7, will take on Wyandotte Barrow. As we move to the bottom half of the top part of the bracket, Stevenson, Lofty Creekside for the Region 6 championship. They're the number 2 seed from Region 6. They will take on Alexander, the number 3 seed from Region 5. Stockbridge, the number 1 seed from Region 4, will take on Brunswick, the number 4 seed from Region 3. There go them Grangers. The number 3 seed from Region 1 will be traveling to Houston County, Houston County, however you want to say it, the number 2 seed from Region 2. They lost a heartbreaker to crosstown, cross-county rival, Northside Warner Robins 34-33. Lanier, one of only a few undefeateds in 5A, they're the number 1 seed in Region 8. They will take on the number 4 seed Sequoia out of Region 7. As we go to the bottom half of the bracket, Harris County, number 1 seed from Region 1, will take on Warner Robins, the number 4 seed in Region 2. Gainesville, the number 2 seed in Region 8, will take on Creekview out of Cherokee County, the number 3 seed from Region 7. Alatoona, this could be their year. The Region 5 champ will take on Carver Atlanta from Region 6. Coffee, the number 2 seed from Region 3, will take on the number 3 seed from Region 4. Monday's Mill. Northside Warner Robins, the Region 2 champ, will take on the number 4 seed from Region 1, Northside Columbus. Dalton, the number 2 seed from Region 7, will take on number 3 seed from Region 8, Salem. Creekside, coming back to defend their state championship. They're the number 1 seed from Region 6. They will take on New Manchester, the number 4 seed from Region 5. And Drew, the number 2 seed from Region 4, will take on number 3 seed from Region 3, Glenn Academy. Before Lavelle talks to us about 5A, let's look at some of our Rome Elite High School Football Player of the Year candidates. Jai Creamer, Trey Edge, Nikhil Watkins, you have Justin Ware, and you have Devin Collins. Here's some footage on those guys. When we come back, Lavelle will break down 5A, and we will get into our final bracket, 6A, here in the state of Georgia.
Now we're back. Now, with the GISA and the 2AA, here's some scenarios. Toombs Christian Academy versus Piedmont Academy. You have Southwest Georgia Academy versus Donovan Catholic. Now you got Brentwood versus Georgia Christian, Briarwood Academy versus Memorial Day. Now that's in the 2AA. Now in 3AA GISA, you got Deerfield, Windsor versus Gatewood. You got Westfield versus Brookwoods. You got Milledge Academy versus Valwood. Then you got Westminster versus Pinewood Christian. Now, to round it off, you got the GIC AA, you have Sherwood Christian versus Creekside Christian. You have Calvary Christian versus Community Christian. Now, in the single A, you have Thomas Jefferson Academy versus John Hancock. You got Fullerton Academy versus Nathaniel Creek Academy. Now, in the D2, you got the Kings Academy versus Horizon Christian, and you got Johnson's Ferry Academy rounding off with the Skipstone Academy. Now now we have the Glory for Christ Championship, which pertains Grace Christian Academy in North Georgia. That concludes every scenario of that situation. Back to Mike and Rick with 6AA.
Tonight we're with the big boys, 6A football in the state of Georgia. The number 2 seed from Region 5, Etowah, we're taking on number 3 seed, South Forsyth from Region 6. Westlake, Cam Newton's alma mater, number 1 seed in Region 3 and the champs will take on North Paulding, the number 4 seed in Region 4. That is a very tricky game. I'm looking for an upset in that contest. Valdosta, the number 2 seed from Region 1, take on number 3 seed from Region 2, Newton County. North Gwinnett, the number 1 seed from Region 7, will take on the number 4 seed from Region 8, Central Gwinnett. Roswell, the number 3 seed from Region 5, will take on the number 2 seed from Region 6, Lambert. The number 1 seed from Region 4, Hillgrove. They defeated McEachin for the region title. They will take on Douglas County, the number 4 seed from Region 3. Lovejoy, the number 2 seed from Region 2, will take on Lee County, the number 3 seed from Region 1. Region 8, number 1 seed Archer will take on defending state champ and the number 4 seed from Region 7. That just shows you how competitive that football is in Gwinnett County. The Norcross Blue Devils, can they defend their state championship? The number 1 team in the state of Georgia and perhaps one of the top 5 teams in all of America, Colquitt County, the number 1 seed in Region 1, take on number 4 seed in Region 2, Rockdale County. Decula, the number 2 seed in Region 8, will take on the number 3 seed from Region 7, Peachtree Ridge. Milton, the number 1 seed in Region 5, will take on the number 4 seed in Region 6, Northview. Hughes, Langston Hughes, the number 2 seed in Region 3, will take on the number 3 seed in Region 4, North Cobb. Tucker, the Region 2 champ, will take on the number 4 seed from Region 1, Tift County. Mill Creek, the number 2 seed in Region 7, take on the number 3 seed in Region 8, Grayson. Alpharetta, the number 1 seed in Region 6, will take on the number 4 seed from Cherokee County, Cherokee, they're the number 4 seed in Region 5. And McKeechee, the number 2 seed from Region 4, will take on number 3 seed from Region 3, East Coweta. That rounds out our 6A bracket. It's time for the Roma League Prediction Center, where we're going to give our Final Four for each class and our state champion for each class. So, Rick, start off with your Final Four in AA and who your state champions.
My Final Four in AA, coming out of the top side, I like Scraven and Rayburn. And I like
going Raven County?
Yeah, I'm going with Scraven and Raven County. And on the bottom side, I'm going with GAC and Fitzgerald. And my winner is going to be GAC for the state champion and Scraven the runner-up.
All right, I'm going with Brooks County and Lovett on the top side of the bracket. And I'm going with GAC and Fitzgerald on the other side. My state championship at the Dome is going to be Brooks County and Greater Atlanta Christian. And Greater Atlanta Christian will get their first AA champ. So we agreed on it.
We agree.
I don't know why.
That's rare.
Yeah, that's rare. Let's get into AAA, Rick. AAA, your AAA Final Four, your state final, and your state champ.
Well, in AAA on this top side of the bracket, it was kind of a toss-up between Callaway and West Hall, but I'm decided to go with Callaway. And I'm going to take Jefferson.
And bracket, screw.
And on the bottom half, I have Calhoun and Central Carrollton. And I think that now since Buford's gone, been gone, I think that it'll be Calhoun and Jefferson, and Calhoun gets another state championship, and Jefferson's going to be your runner-up.
Now, these are the same two teams played for AA last year. So that's your final answer, Calhoun and Jefferson?
Calhoun and Jefferson.
I have Washington County, which played in the AAA state championship last year, taking on Blessed Trinity. On the other side, I got Peach County meeting Calhoun in the quarterfinal. And Peach County dragging Calhoun.
They from Fort Valley.
It ain't about Fort Valley, see?
All
that's what your mind
all
takes.
way territorial with you. Cedartown, Granger, Valley. Go ahead, carry on.
Y'all see how I roll my eyes at it? Peach County will defeat Calhoun in the quarterfinal. I like Peach County against Central Carrollton. Peach County, Washington County in the state championship in the Dome. Washington County cutting down the nets. I got Washington County winning it all. Quad A, Quad A loaded. What you got in Quad A?
Coming out of the top half of the bracket, I have Wayne County. And
what?
Wayne County.
Wayne County 5-5.
They're gonna be asleep.
Yeah, they're gonna be asleep.
They woke up. I have Wayne County. That's White County. You got the 5-5, man. Wayne County was the number 1 team.
That don't mean they're not reading 3.
Okay, but anyway, I got Wayne County and Beaufort. I have St. Pius and Burke County. And I think it'll be Beaufort and Burke County at the Dome. And Beaufort, they'll cut down the nets. Burke County will be the runner-up.
I like Sandy Creek meeting Cartersville in the top half of the bracket in the quarterfinal. Sandy Creek winning that one. I like Beaufort meeting Griffin in the bottom. Sandy Creek against Beaufort. I like Beaufort going to the Dome. On the other side, I got St. Pius and Cairo. I got Beaufort and Cairo in the state championship. And like Rick said, Beaufort will be cutting down the nets in the 4A. 5A. Who you got in 5A?
5A. Out of the top half of the bracket, I have Ware County and Stockbridge. And on the bottom half, I have Creekside and Allatoona. I think Allatoona edge out Creekside. Ware County will take care of Stockbridge. And Ware County will be your state champion. Allatoona will be your runner-up. I
got Allatoona and Ware County in the state championship, but I got Allatoona winning it all. I got Lanier against Ware County on the top half of the bracket. Creekside against Allatoona. Allatoona cutting down the nets in 5A. You going Ware County?
First state championship.
Yeah, we're going to be at the Dome when it happens.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be there. 6A. Who you got in 6A?
In 6A, man, I got North Paulding and Valdosta in the quarterfinals. I think Valdosta's going to edge them out. And I have Norcroft coming out of the other half. I have McKeechin and Colquitt. And I have Norcross and Colquitt at the Dome. Colquitt's going to get the money. Norcroft's going to be run up.
I have Valdosta against Norcross on one side of the bracket. Grayson against Colquitt County. It's going to be an all Region 1 6A championship. Valdosta will play Colquitt County for the state championship. Ross Prost and Colquitt County will cut down the nets. And throughout the shows, we will be showing you some clips and highlights and keep these brackets updated. Now, on the next show, our analyst, Lavelle Hughes, could be and will be at one of the following games, either at Darlington, either at Coosa, Calhoun. You will see him at one of the area local playoff games as we go to the road to the Georgia Dome.
Are you going to let the fans decide which game he goes to?
Yeah, I think we will. Okay. Go to our Facebook page, go to our website. Lavelle will go wherever you tell him to go. If you tell him to go to Jerusalem, he'll go there. He'll go to a football game there. That's actually where Lavelle is from.
To the Mecca.
Yeah, he's from Jerusalem. He's part Tel Aviv. That's where he's from. So, this is our Georgia High School football playoff show. We got more sports coming up for Lavelle Hughes, for Ricky Langston. And before I go talking about Ricky Langston, you made some comments, man, and we always have to end the show kind of crazy. But, you made some comments about the Dallas Cowboys that I want you to repeat on the air. I didn't really like you. I didn't really like you talking about the Cowboys like that. You want to tell them what you say about the Cowboys?
Which time?
It ain't about which time, Rick. Tell them what you said about the Cowboys.
Well, I didn't address them as a cowboy to begin with. I addressed them as a cowgirl.
See, that's the kind of stuff that gets you in trouble, man. That's the kind of stuff that breaks up friendships.
So Romo came back today. You got to win. You happy?
It's not about that. I don't like you making comments about the Cowboys.
What about the Pittsburgh Steelers? They've been hot the last 3-4 games. You ain't talking about them. You talk bad about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, he talked bad about the Pittsburgh Steelers, but Michael Vick showed them what football was today. Pittsburgh took a loss. We'll talk about it next show. That's it for the Rome Elite Sport. Lavelle Hughes, Ricky Langston, Michael Atwater, my beautiful wife,